What's going on, guys, and welcome back. We're still here at Haydays 2024, and we are with our friends and family over at CNA Pro. So we have Ryan here, who takes care of me and Bruce all the time and has done for years. We want to touch on a couple things, and we talk skis all the time. As you know, it's our number one thing that we do. We talk about them. There's differences between them. We're going to touch on a little bit more. And exciting enough, they actually have a new ski that came out this year for the backcountry and mountain guys. So Ryan's going to kind of walk us through the differences and what they did behind the ski and the ideas behind the ski and where they came up with it.
For sure. Should we just walk right on over?
Yep.
All right. So, like Jesse said, brand new, came up this March, is our brand new TMX ski, the Technical Mountain. Add the X for extreme because, you know, that's all the rest of our skis have that X in there. But main thing here, if you rode our former ski, the BX, just sorry for the dust here, but throw it out the window. It's a completely new breed of ski. So what the idea was, we wanted a stock-like feel, like your windshield wiper. You're sitting in the lot, you can grab your handlebars, move them back and forth. You don't need a heavy, it's not a trail ski. You're in the backcountry.
So you want that light steering, yes.
But in stock skis, they tend to twist, they tend to fold, they banana out. The twists would get twisty after the guys who ride hard, and if you're like me, you're gonna hit trees, you know, type thing. You want to hold up. And so we're 6 3/4 wide, 42 long. For reference for your guys like Pro RMK, the Assaults, your Arctic Cats, all are about 6 3/4 wide. Same width here. The Skidoos are a little narrower. We're over a pound lighter from our BX ski. We move the mount location forward an inch. The handle, the tip is up higher than the BX ski. We widen the keel. This is where that windshield wiper feel comes into play. Think of it like your like a big mud tire on ice. How you never get grip.
You're not going anywhere.
And like your snow push dealers run like skinny tires, get traction. Think of it the same way. The fatter keel, a little bit more of a higher or more surface area to get that washer feel to it. We recessed the carbide in. We kept the snow scoops like the BX had, kind of for just dial up that aggression just a little bit without going crazy. So it's another biting edge. The thing is that it's concave, right? Yeah, concave goes in, so instead of protruding. So if you have hard packed up, set up snow, it's not going to add any more bite, you know, additionally. So it's only when you're in softer snow is when it will give you a little bit. The ski itself actually rockers, so it's like a kind of like a little curve. I don't know if you can see it on there.
Yeah, I don't think you can see it too well.
Yeah, so basically where my pinky is to where my pointer is, it actually curves a little bit. So it's kind of like a little U underneath. So the theory is behind that, when your skis are at full turn, they actually tilt like this too, right?
Yep.
So now that rocker creates that more of a parallel cutting edge when you're on a side hilling on your snow. Also helps with your transition side to side. The tapered tail obviously helps you fighting less ski to help it get on edge.
Absolutely.
Also when you turn comes that new parallel cutting edge as well. The more aggressive raised tail for reversing times. Sled decks, trailers, sometimes you grab them weird. There's different ones. Like I have a homemade sled deck. Having raised tips kind of nice. We redid the handle up front a little bit so it doesn't pinch anymore. Yeah. It's more like a nice ball socket.
Me and Bruce really like that. That's a nice addition right there.
I mean, if I had to ride with you, I know I'd have to pull on your skis pretty often too. So. But yeah, and then obviously just different traction areas if you got to step on your ski and plant them down. Other than that, we were just cutting weight where we can, you know, and we're pretty pumped about this. It's been about 2 years in the making.
I was just going to ask how long.
A couple rounds of prototypes. I have my best friends out west that were doing a lot of things for me. Very grateful for that, and we got a killer product. So I'd say, the guys out east, you're riding up in Maine, just your ditch banger, you don't really like the trail too much. These are the ones you want.
This is your ski.
This isn't just a mountain dedicated ski. This is like your ditch banger, your crossover, your off the trail. This is what you're gonna want. And the durability. So basically, the end of it, you're trying to get that stock lightweight steering feel with a dial up more aggression, and you get the durability behind it.
Yep. So CNA kind of leading that charge and innovation and making the best ski that's for that application.
Absolutely.
So congrats on that, and it's exciting for those guys.
Yeah, I'm fired up. We'll be this got released in March. We'll be shipping out these guys orders out. I would say probably late October.
Nice
is my guess. Early November. So first come, first serve. If you're one of the first ones to order it, you're going to be the one the first to get it. If you wait till December and these things are selling like hotcakes, we'll see where we end up.
Yeah.
But we're making skis. We're making good skis, and this is my baby.
Yeah. Ryan put a lot of work into this one.
Yeah. This is been my bread and butter for the past couple of years.
Yeah. So that is the new product from CNA. So with that being said, and we've talked about our other trail skis that we talk about often, but let's walk over there and just kind of touch on what's what. I still get questions
all the
pretty
time,
frequently of, well, what's this and what's that?
Yeah. So majority like you ride, like you guys ride the XPTs.
Yes.
This is what #1 seller ski still is and will be for a while. Your just general overall do it all ski.
Yep.
More aggressive than stock without going overboard. In my personal opinion, it doesn't add too much steering effort.
Yeah.
You know, different shock setups, different riders, different sleds,
different carbides too. Yeah.
Carbides, they all play factors into that. Always got to kind of remember that a little bit.
But if the only thing you change was just stock ski to XPT, you're not going to get that much difference.
But then you actually corner.
Yes. Yeah. Then you do turn.
So the big difference there is actually the keel, how it runs all the way across that ski.
Yep.
So instead of like a stock ski, you're normally just going to see something that's about here to here, and it's rounded, right? But here you got the whole work. So when you corner, you got that whole side, that whole keel helping you go through the corner. You got your mid centers to help you with your darting. Icy conditions, obviously metal cuts a lot better. That's where your carbide comes into a factor. But reduces, way less pushing, way less darting. Better overall control, confidence in the corner.
Yes,
I had a gentleman tell me that the other day, and I really like that phrase.
Yep.
Confidence in the corner.
Yes.
Both of the two or all three of the sleds we had XPTs on last year.
Yeah, we had XPTs on everything.
Yeah,
yep.
It is. It's not a lot more steering effort because I was always one that didn't want that. And I didn't want people that were trying my sled to be like, oh, this thing steers kind of hard, you know. But now I have something that I know is going to turn great, and it's not a lot harder than pro steer ski.
Yeah. So, and then one step up, if you guys wanted to get a little bit more aggressive than the XPT, is what's right in front of Ryan on this side.
Yeah.
Which is your XES.
XES. So this is a little bit wider, half-inch wider of a ski, but this is meant for your on-off, your like really, really aggressive trail riders. I mean, you're gonna notice these on the bars.
Oh yeah.
You will. But I mean, if you want to be absolutely on a railroad track, I mean,
this is the one to go with.
When you point the skis, I mean, hang on, because you're gonna go.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we could flip this over. I mean, there's a lot of ski here.
Yeah. Big keel.
Big keel, big outers. The snow scoops underneath, basically another biting edge of the softer snow. This thing grips like no tomorrow, and it's meant for if you guys like the guys with like SKS assaults, your backcountry XRSs that you want to go back and off on, but you still want to be able to corner in softer snow when you got all that push from your track. This is what's going to steer you with it.
So we used the XESs at the hill cross at the end of the year because we knew it was going to be a short run. I wanted to turn, or needed it to turn when I needed it to turn.
Right.
And that was our ski of choice. Obviously, just again a step up from the XPT, but we knew what we were going there to do. So I didn't mind the steering effort.
No, we
like it's one of those like this is. It's forgiving. Doesn't add a lot. The XPT forgiving doesn't add a lot of steering effort, but you're going to corner. I mean, light years are better than stock.
I said we run that all year.
The XCS is when like you need it and I want it
now.
And you get it. But you're going to have you sacrifice a little bit of that steering effort.
Absolutely.
For it.
Yeah.
So in the soft snow, hopefully this year we end up with some soft snow. So that's the other choice we make. We go north, and hopefully you go and it's just after a snowstorm. It's like, okay, I'm gonna take that XCS.
Right, that big fluffy snow just to get that extra bite.
Yeah, and you know, if a guy orders a pair of XCSs, because you know everyone's an aggressive trail rider, right?
Of course they are.
Of course
they are.
And then that's why you want CNAs, because you're an aggressive trail rider. You know, you can always play with your skid. There's always just different suspension setups you can do.
Absolutely, and I work with you guys often. If you know, if you get, if you put them on and it's like, hey, you know, it's a little bit too much for me. You know, we could dial it back suspension wise for you.
Yeah, I mean, and Bruce is way more of a suspension expert than I am.
No way, really?
I hope to be.
But little changes at a time is a big thing.
Yeah.
You know, don't go changing things like crazy, and then suddenly you're chasing back of what you were. Yeah, little changes at a time.
Little changes make a big difference.
Absolutely.
So the next big topic is what's the difference between an XPT
and a Razor.
All right. Because I get this question quite frequently.
So, little history on the Razor. The Razor's been around for a long time. So this was actually ideally been around for your sleds Basically, well, Skidoo was the first to do it with the Rev chassis, but then you go to like Polaris was with the Pro Ride, Cat with the Ascender chassis. So the ones where you sat on the skid and your motor was in front of you, there wasn't near as much ski pressure. So the Razor was built back in the day for those type of sleds. So again, it's a trail ski, similar keel as the XPT, but the main difference are these outer keels here. They're like a triangular diamond type shape. I'll get my broken finger out of the camera there, but these are going to bite a lot more than the XPT, just due to this basically
outer keel,
outer pointy precision keel.
That first movement of wanting to turn is harder.
Absolutely, it's one of those two. I mean, you're going to corner like it's on a rail. There's people that like this on the newer sleds because they want that little more bite. They don't need the XCS. They're not going off. They're not looking for it absolute being on just a pinpoint rail, but they want a little bit more than the XPT.
Right. So you would say that this is your stepping stone between an XPT and an XCS?
I would say, yeah. If you're not worried, if you're just worried about trail only,
right?
If you're going out the trail and having fun, yeah, I'd lean more XCS, for sure. But yeah, this is a good in betweener. If you're strictly trail, like if you have the XPT and you'll notice these on the bars a little bit more on a newer sled. They're not as light steering as the XPT is, but then again, you're gonna be like on a rail. It's like your twisty trail king. Is what I would kind of call it. So if you're one that's winding left and right, if I'm gonna put 2 miles on a Jesse pretty easy, I'm gonna put the Razors on because I know he won't catch me later on. So without getting a speedy ticket.
Stay away. Do the speed limit, everyone.
Yeah. But so that's a common one. This has been around for a while, and it's staying around because it works.
Yep.
It's very well liked by a lot of people.
Yeah.
I'll actually just grab both. So going back to like what I said, you can see the difference on the outer keels there. The keel depth, the center one is exactly the same. So it's just those outer ones there.
And your carbide or wear bar is going to be a little recessed in that.
Recessed,
Not much, just a little bit.
Yep. So I would say like a little less starting with the XPT rather than the Razor due to the kind of the aggressive nature. But yeah, easy going, corner way better than stock, very forgiving, no extra steering effort, do it all around ski. A little more aggressive riders. I want it to be on a rail. I don't go off trail, but I really like to push the bar. Right here.
Exactly. So that is, for the most part, the skis and the idea behind each ski and why they did each ski the way that they do it, and hopefully that gives you a little bit better understanding of what ski for you to pick. So if you have any questions, obviously you could ask me. You can all the CNA guys, they'll talk to you. But as always, thank you, Ryan and the CNA family for everything that you guys do for us. And that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
All right, take care.
Soundstripe.